Hi, Ved. How do you see tomorrow's game? Sri Lanka is also coming back after a victory, and how do you see the game?
Yeah, I think every game this tournament's going to be hard work. As we've seen throughout the tournament, every team in the competition on their day are going to be hard to beat. So Sri Lanka are certainly no different. They've had a few more games leading in than probably what we have as well. So, no, they're a terrific team. They're going to challenge us with a fair bit of spin, I would have thought. There could be up to 12 overs of spin, I reckon, that we'll probably face tomorrow. So, yeah, they're going to be hard work. But, we're going to have to be at our best to beat any team in this tournament. Sri Lanka will certainly be no different tomorrow.
How do you see the Sri Lanka spin challenge? Wanindu Hasaranga, the leg spinner, and the mystery bowler Mahesh Theekshana. Have you analysed him? Or?
Yeah, we'll have a look at him over the next 24 hours. But yeah, they've got some terrific spin options, some match winners especially. So we're going to have to be at the top of our game against the spin. We've got some terrific players to spin ourselves. So, Smith and Maxwell, those kind of guys will be really important for us tomorrow. Hopefully they can bat, through that middle over period and, we can back end it a little bit more than what we did in the first game. So, no, it's an exciting challenge. We know if we're going to go deep into this tournament, then we're going to have to play the spin really well. And, we're looking forward to the challenge tomorrow.
Any more questions from in the room? Okay, Matthew, just a couple from me. I was just going to ask, obviously the team are looking to start the tournament with back-to-back wins. How important is momentum going to be in this event?
Yeah, it'll be really important to get 2 early wins in this tournament would be a really good start, obviously. As I said, every team on their day are difficult to beat, and as we go through this tournament, it's going to be no different. So, we'd love to start 2-0, obviously, but we know there's a lot of work ahead of us tomorrow to try and get to that stage. We just want to go out there and play the brand of cricket that we know that we can play. We haven't had this team together all that much over the last 2 years, so the camp's in really good spirits, and we're really enjoying being back together and playing cricket together. So, as long as we concentrate on doing those things, enjoying the tournament, I'm sure that we'll go deep into the tournament. But yeah, the feeling around the group's good, and it's nice to be back around the team that we've had for a 5 or 6 year period. We just haven't had it together in the last few games, I suppose, few tournaments.
Yeah, I think we are done with questions in the room, so happy to pass over to Zoom. Cole.
Thank you. We'll go to Scott Bailey.
Yeah, Matt, sorry, I missed some of the stuff from in the room there, so I'm not sure if this has been asked, but just interested in your take on if you're feeling more comfortable sort of batting in that middle lower order now, and how difficult that change is from going from, batting at the top to doing that.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel reasonably comfortable. As I said, coming into this tournament, I've done it for a long, long period of time. I just probably haven't gone back there for the last few years. So, no, really enjoying the challenge. Loved the end of the innings batting with Marcus Stoinis, who obviously played a lot of cricket with in Victoria, and we really enjoyed that out there. So going forward in the tournament, I'm probably more excited than anything about just getting out there and trying to finish some games for the team. So, it's nice that we can have, myself and Stoin down the bottom there. We didn't even use Pat the other day. So, with the firepower that we got at the top, if those guys get going, we've got plenty of batting all the way down the order. So, no, I'm really enjoying it. Something different at training to challenge yourself. So, no, it's been fun so far.
Well, what do you view as the biggest challenges, mate? Like, it's probably a few, isn't there? Like, obviously non-power play, so the field's a bit more spread and got guys back, and also the ball wouldn't be as hard. It's a bit softer by that point. Are they the main ones, or are there other things as well?
Yeah, I think the biggest challenge is obviously the 5 guys out. When you get to open the batting, you don't have to deal with that so much. So that's no doubt the biggest challenge. But over here, speaking to the guys that played IPL, the teams and the players that did really well towards the back end, just played really good cricket shots, opened the whole field up, didn't shut one side of the ground off. So that's that's what we're concentrating on doing. And then between myself and Stoiny the other night, it's just staying calm and backing yourself that we can take it deep into the last over if we have to, and if we need 9, 10, 12 off that last over, then we've got the power to get one over the boundary. So staying really calm and working with your partner, and that's they're the 2 things that I've probably taken out of it.
And mate, just last one from me. Kusal Pereira obviously is danger man. I know you weren't playing the last World Cup or the one-day World Cup, but did a bit of damage for Sri Lanka up top. I mean, how much? You're in the bowling meetings, but how much planning goes into trying to stop a guy like him?
Yeah, there's plenty of planning that goes into T20. I'd love, a lot of the public and the fans to see actually how much planning goes in. It's probably the most planned format, I think, over the three. So the bowlers and Andrew McDonald, the bowling coach, have spent plenty of time with their batters. And, Pereira's a world-class hitter and he'll be looking to go hard against our bowlers. But, that's the great thing about T20 and about World Cups. The best versus the best. We're pretty confident that the guys that open the bowling for us can do a really, really good job, and we can get early wickets and put them under a little bit of pressure. But yeah, I'm as excited as anyone to see those contests tomorrow.
Thanks.
Andrew McGlashan.
Thanks, Cole. Hey, Matt, just one more on the middle order sort of job that you have with Marcus. Was it quite good in a way that you had that challenge in the first game to get the job done, given, I guess it's been spoken about quite a lot about how you're structuring the batting lineup for this tournament?
Yeah, it was nice to get out there. I'm not going to lie. Coming in, I was supposed to play a couple of games back home, and they got cancelled due to COVID. So I haven't come in with a lot of cricket under my belt. So it was really nice to get out there, and 5 or 10 balls in the middle is better than 10 or 12 net sessions. So it was nice to get out there. I would prefer not to be honest. Over the next few games, it'd be nice if I don't have to face any balls. But I take a lot of confidence, and I'm sure Marcus does. We spoke about it coming into this tournament that when we get the opportunity, we want to really grab it and get us home if we can. But we're hoping that we don't have to do it too much. But as you said, it was nice to get out there and get some balls.
And just one on the tactics in the field. It looked as though in the first game, everything almost went perfectly to plan with the ball and in the field. Like Maxi was able to get 4 overs in and stuff like that. As a wicketkeeper, how much input do you have in that with Aaron? Are you sort of working together, or is it other people in the field that have input with Aaron about how things are going in the field?
Yeah, we're really lucky that we've got so many good leaders. There's plenty of guys on the ground that have captained Australia and have captained their states as well. So we've got leaders wherever you look. Yeah, I work closely with Finchy, as do a lot of the other leaders. Paddy Cummins obviously is vice captain. There's plenty of leadership out there. We don't try and give him too much information. As I said, there's a lot of planning that goes into T20 cricket, so he's got a general idea of how he's going to map out the 20 overs before we get in there. But there's certainly conversations out on the ground. And the other positive in this tour is that you get a little break at 10 overs, so you can have a chat to the coach and the senior players about how you're going to go about the last 10 overs. So, we all have our input, but not too much. He knows what he's doing.
Thanks, Matt. Cheers.
Thanks, Andrew. We've had a couple of arrivals here on the floor, so if there's any further questions from the floor, we're happy to take those.
Hi, Vedi. Just wanted to know about the impact of Josh Hazelwood in this format. He's a player who has been looked primarily as a red ball bowler, but his experience in the IPL and the way he is bowling now, how much heartening is it to see Hazelwood come good in this format of the game?
Yeah, Josh has been huge over the last 12, 18 months for us in white ball cricket, not only 50 over, but T20. I think a lot like a guy that I play a lot of cricket with, Peter Siddle, kind of got pigeonholed early in his career as a test bowler. I think it's just because we didn't see Josh play a lot of white ball cricket. He hasn't played a whole heap of it at international level, so I think he kind of got pigeonholed just because he wasn't exposed as much. But now you're seeing him play a lot more white ball cricket, you work out how good of a bowler he is. His power play stuff is outstanding, but more importantly, I think that's underrated. His back end, closing out the innings with the ball is, certainly underrated. Externally, but internally we know how good he is. So yeah, he's been huge. He's one of those guys that you love to get to jump on the back of. He usually gets a wicket early, and with Starkey and Pat Cummins as well, you throw them on top of it. We've got some nice bowlers to bowl in the first 6, which is good.
Really, a lot has been spoken about the Sri Lankan spinners, but what about the team? Been impressive in the past few games. Yes. It's nothing surprising to see Australians playing seamers, but what do you rate of the Sri Lankan seam attack?
Yeah, they've got a great mix. You're right. They'll come at us with a lot of spin, but then they've got some quicks as well, some pace, some real pace. So, they'll hit us up front with a couple of those, I think, and then a few overs of spin in the first 6, and then from the 6 through, you might see a little bit more. But they'll probably start the innings and then close out the innings. They're quick, so they've been really impressive. As I said, there's no easy game in this tournament. We know that they're a terrific cricket team, and they've got a nice mix at the moment, nice balance of pace versus spin.
Thanks, guys. Looks as though that's actually we've got one more hand raised. We'll go to Ridvan Sharma. I think you were either. Oh, here you are.
Hello. What would you say about the lack of form of Aaron Finch and David Warner?
I don't see a lack of form at all. They're terrific players. They're just shorter runs, to be honest. Guys that are world-class players for as long as they've been in this format are never out of form. They're just shorter runs at the moment. So, we back them wholeheartedly. It's been spoken about a lot going into this tour, about Davey especially, and we know he'll come good. I've played with him long enough now that he's been under pressure plenty of times in his career, and he always comes out and has a big score. So whether it's this game or whether it's a few games down the track, those two will definitely pile on some runs for us. We're sure of that.